Hello, City Lights. My name is Frank Wilderson, and I want to wish you a happy 70th birthday from one baby boomer to another. I also want to thank you personally, City Lights, for being one of the very first bookstores to allow me to come and read way back in the day, around 2008, when my first book, Incognito, A Memoir of Exile and Apartheid, came out from a small press that a lot of other bookstores weren't paying attention to. So that's a personal shout out and a personal thanks. And it's been like that throughout the years, collaborating with Justin Desmond on my last book at what we would call a virtual presentation, and another virtual presentation with the poet David Marriott. You've always been there for me personally, and I really appreciate it. But more important than that, your store has been the place where revolutionary thinkers have come together since the 1950s, 60s, and 70s to decide the strategy for reform and radical change in this country, at least in the upper Northern California area. And there are very few bookstores that can say that. The last thing I want to say is that that legacy that was yours in San Francisco, and it was the legacy of Cody's bookstores when it was around in the East Bay, especially during the People's Park Rebellion. That legacy still lives on for you, City Lights. There's a young man down here in Southern California where I live now, and I can't say his name because he's a minor, but he's a high school student and he's an athlete and an activist and a philosophy geek. And somehow, through his activism and his research, he found City Lights online and bought philosophy books from you. But more importantly than that, since about his sophomore year, he and his mother have made an annual, sometimes 2 times a month, trip to the Northern Bay Area just to visit City Lights and a couple of friends. And he spends hours there because there's nothing like it down here in Southern California. So you're reaching the new generation of activists, just like you cultivated the old ones. Thank you so much, and happy birthday.